If you can believe it, there are only a few months left of 2021, so now is the time to realign on goals for the year and take action. If your audience or folks in your sphere set out to sell their home in 2021 but haven't quite gotten there yet, this blog is perfect for them. In this week's CAB, we're highlighting 4 critical steps that folks can take to ensure that their home is ready to hit the market and that it sells quickly when it does. Going through this week's CAB, I will show you how to execute it from start to finish. My name is Danielle, the Manager of Services here at Curator. If you have any questions for us throughout the rest of this video, please go ahead and let our support team know. You can get in touch with them at this little red circle here in the bottom right of your screen. Otherwise, let's go ahead and dig in. We'll start by opening up all of our docs and tabs that we'll need for this campaign. So we'll start by scrolling to week 2 of the plan. We'll select our copy and our graphics folders here. I will sign into the back end of my Curator website. I'll also open up my Facebook page and my Facebook ad account, as well as sign into my Instagram account on my phone. So getting started on the back end of our Curator website, we will click our website tab here on the left. We'll then click the red button to create content, where I will scroll through our template library here with all of the past blogs that we've done in recent history here. There's tons of great stuff if you need to catch up on the marketing plan as well. But this week's CAB is going to be this: I want to sell my home before 2022. Where do I start? I'll click on the thumbnail and it will draft the blog post on my website. So we'll go through really quick. We'll cover decluttering and staging, pricing strategies, marketing, keeping your home show ready, and of course, hiring a real estate agent, which links out to your about page. The call to action also goes ahead and links out to your schedule page. So that is all set to go. Everything formats correctly for you. Here in the settings gear, you'll see that we have our featured image populating, our SEO information. We have our category set as a blog post, and we have our author set as well. You can adjust this if you would like to. You'll click save. I like to save again, and then I will click publish. Now the blog is live on your website, so we're ready to go back and we're ready to start the promotion. So from here, we'll move into the announcement. So underneath actions here on the right, I will click announce this. I always like to change the preview to banner style so I can see exactly what everything will look like. And then we'll go ahead and head into our copy doc for the first time here, and we can select one of the 2 options. I'll select the second one here, and I will just copy and paste that into the headline. Same thing for the button. We'll say learn more. And that's the default, so we'll just leave that alone. And then in the graphics folder here, we'll click into our announcement folder. You have 2 options. I'll go ahead and use the kind of stopwatch looking announcement here. Pop that into the media type for image, and then we will click continue. I'll have this go across my entire website. It excludes itself from the blog itself. And then I'll run this for 7 days. I'll click continue, and I'm ready to activate my announcement. Now we're ready to go ahead and put this onto Facebook. So underneath the announcements, I'll go back to posts, and I'll go ahead and click on the blog post title there to open up the link to my blog post. Now on Facebook itself, they are adjusting some of the ways that they want you to create posts, or just the tools that they're giving you to be able to post to your feed. So what I'll do is click create post. If you are going to follow along this video in real time, feel free to follow the steps as I say them now. However, if you want to go ahead and schedule this post out, we'll go ahead and click onto publishing tools. You may also see Creator Studio here. Either way, it'll get you to where you want to go. So we'll click on publishing tools just so that you can see kind of all of the capability that you have. While that loads, I'll go ahead and select my Facebook copy. I'll go ahead and use this first one here. Copy that. And then here on my publishing tools, you'll see that I'm able to create a post. Now, they're going to allow us to post to both Instagram and Facebook at the same time, but we're going to post to Instagram natively on our phones. So we're just going to use Facebook for right now. I will paste the copy that I selected into the Facebook text box here, and then I'll grab the link to my blog post. But first, I'm going to make this into a magic link. So I'll type /magic in the URL bar, and then I will go ahead and select my source. It's default for Facebook, and that works for us. Same thing for the landing page type. We don't need people to register for this, but we do want to create those UTM tracking parameters so that we can go ahead and make sure that people in our database are just being tracked so that we know what their activity looks like. We'll paste that link into the Facebook text box here, and then we are going to wait for the preview to populate with the image. So you can see here, this actually turns into the link, so that's what we would call click to website. We'll go ahead and remove that long link from the post itself to keep everything clean. And then, like I said, this is where people will click directly to the blog post itself. We'll click on this little down arrow here to expand, and we'll go ahead and schedule this post out. Now I'll schedule it for Thursday around 11 a.m. I'll click save and then schedule the post. Now from here, we're able to go ahead and move into the promotion. So in our ads manager account here, we're able to go ahead and create a new campaign. I want the consideration, or I want to be in the consideration phase here underneath the objectives. So I'll click traffic because I want people to go to my website from Facebook, and I'll click continue. Then I will say, I'll say sell before 2022. That's the campaign. My special ad category is going to be housing, of course. And then I will click next to the ad set. The ad set is where we will set the audience, we'll set the budget, we'll set the placements. So I'm going to put some of that information up here. I will say that I'm going to run this to the chunky middle. Now, it kind of depends on where you are at with your chunky middle and Magic Million audiences, because if you have Accelerator or you have our new listing promotion service, you may have a ton of top of funnel traffic already coming to your website, which is why the chunky middle may be a good place for you to run this ad to. So because you're going to be keeping in touch with people who already know who you are and who are learning about your brand. If you're a new client, or you don't have one of those services that is bringing in top of funnel traffic, go ahead and use your Magic Million here instead. For your lifetime budget, I will change that to $50. And then I will go ahead and set my timeline to match when I scheduled the post for. So 11 a.m. on the 14th, and then I will run that for a week. From here, like I said, I'm going to use my chunky middle, which may be a saved audience under your ad account. If not, we'll go ahead and use your custom audience search so that you're able to pull in all the different elements. So that's going to be your Chime or Follow Up Boss database, your Facebook engagement, and your website traffic. From there, we'll go ahead and set our placements. So we want to select manual placements here, and we'll go ahead and deselect every placement except for your Facebook newsfeed. So it'll be only the one placement for this ad. And that's really just because that's the way that we design the ad to function the best. It looks the best on the feed, so we want that to be displayed. I'm going to change my optimization for ad delivery to landing page views, and then I will click next. Now this is the ad, so this is where the creative comes in. We already created the post, so we're ready to go ahead and just select existing post, and then we'll select the feed the post from our feed directly. So it should be up here at the top, but if you're not following along in real time with this video, it may be closer to the bottom. You may just have to scroll a little bit to find it. From there, we'll click continue, and then we are ready to publish. Once you're done here, we're ready to move into the email. So we'll come back into our Curator website and then head into our email tab. Now, once we're here, we can do one of two options. If you click new campaign, you can click text, and then you're able to go ahead and use one of our two email options here for you. You can go ahead and copy and paste the subject line and the body text right in here and use that as a plain text email. Or you can go ahead and use our template, which we've actually gone ahead and pre-built for you. So we'll click our template here. It'll be our visual template. So it looks really nice in the inbox, and it's going to be right up here at the top. It's also going to be underneath featured content. So if you're looking to catch up on other marketing plan emails, the featured content is where most of that stuff lives. We'll go ahead and click use an email campaign. And then this is going to be formatted with your logo. Everything looks great here. The only thing we need to do is handle this button. So you'll see that the link is missing there. It'll be a little error, so you can't miss it. We'll click back here on our blog post. I'm going to copy that URL. I'll click into the button, and then I will paste in the URL to my blog post there in button number 1. And then I'm just going to change this button color to match this client's brand. So these should be your button color or your brand colors here in the palette. So I'll select the gold color from this client's palette there, and then I am good to go ahead and schedule this out. So I'll click next step. And then I'm going to use this to the Magic Million. So your wide audience here. You're talking leads, new leads, nurturing leads, hot prospect, cold leads, really anyone in your database. You can also include your sphere into this email, or even your past clients if you have them broken out into different times when they've done business. Perhaps you have some past clients that you worked with a few years ago who may be thinking about selling again. Really, you want this to reach as many people as possible. And then really, I would recommend when you send this to go ahead and follow up with everyone who has clicked or opened this email one-on-one. So it's a really great way to try to get that pop of business for the end of the year. And if someone's opening and clicking on an email like this, chances are they may at least be thinking about the possibility of selling, and it's worth having a conversation. I'll click schedule. I'll put in the date. So I'm going to follow the same date. So I'll do Thursday. I'll do this a little bit later in the day, maybe 2:30 p.m. I'll click schedule one more time, and then I am good to go ahead and move over into Instagram. Before we do that, I'm going to download the graphics. So I'll click into my graphics folder for Instagram, and then I'll do the post first. So I'll use the second option so that I'm following the same kind of look and feel from Instagram to Facebook. Same thing with the story. I'll use the second option here. And then what I'll do is I'll airdrop them to myself, but you can also open this link on your phone directly and download them there, email them to yourself, text them to yourself. Either way, meet me over on your Instagram app on your phone to get these posted, and we will see each other there. We'll tap the plus sign on the top of our Instagram. We'll select the post from our feed, and then we'll go ahead and paste in our caption here. We'll go ahead and scroll through the caption and make sure that everything looks great, and then we'll go ahead and adjust the hashtags as well. So once everything looks good in our caption, we'll go ahead and add in our localized hashtags. So these are going to be your location. We'll go ahead and make sure to remove the placeholders and add in what's right for you. So if it were me, I'm here in Naples, Florida, so I'm going to add those hashtags. You can also add in your branded hashtags here as well. Once we're done, we'll click OK. We'll then go ahead and also add in a location tag, and we'll click share. Once this loads onto your feed and everything looks great, we'll go ahead and give it a quick preview, and then we're ready to go ahead and post our story. So we'll tap our home button. We'll go ahead and swipe to the side, swipe up, select the post from our feed, and then we'll go ahead and just add some embellishments here. So I always like to add the location sticker and then also a fun arrow GIF pointing up to your profile picture so that folks know exactly where to go to get more information if they're interested. Once you're done there, you're all set with Instagram, and we're going to go ahead and move into wrapping up the campaign. Now that we've published the blog, we've sent an email to our database, we've posted to Facebook and Instagram, we're ready to round out the campaign by posting an engaging question to your personal profile on Facebook to really get your friends and family and connections there talking, and you can start the conversation about selling real estate in here as well in the comments, posting to Twitter and LinkedIn using this copy if you use those platforms, and then using our video script to engage with your audience in a different and fun way. This is a really great way to put a face to the name, get in front of people, and really get that engagement up. Perfect way to get onto your Instagram story and use your selfie camera there, add a BombBomb video to your email blast with our integration, or even just record a video on your iPhone or your Android and go ahead and post it to Facebook. If you do that, record the video horizontally and upload it that way so it's easy for everyone to see on that platform. And then, of course, on your Instagram story, we'll do that vertically. If you do have any questions, like I mentioned earlier in the video, please let us know. We're always happy to help. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful week ahead, and I'll see you in next week's training video. Great job, y'all.